Hello. Welcome to Lamenting Developer Stream number 197. We are three streams away from 200 streams. And today it would be short stream because I'm like yesterday super busy, but yesterday I did 2 hour stream and today I'm a little really limited to only half an hour. Okay, I've just checked my sound because I again changed my chair. And I'm thinking, yeah, I'm good. So, what we will discuss? Yesterday I tried to start trying to do several things. Okay, let's start my stream. Let's start the other stream as well. Oh, no active stream. Interesting. You don't want to start my chatbot, which means that we probably could do it ourselves. Give me 1 second. Let's try once again. DeepSync projects, romantic developer. Yeah, most probably I need to show you what I'm doing, just in case. AI, YouTube AI helper, and it would be local Python project. And I'm trying to execute stream. And now it worked fine. Nice, interesting. Okay. So basically my chatbot is active and real-time transcription service also is running fine. Okay, so we are good. We transition that. And I'll see why it didn't start immediately in my virtual environment. On the token, attention to the brancher, open key, firstly, after channel DVC, and the RGG. Looks like it's the same channel, but okay. Anyway, so yesterday we've tried to test a few things which could help uh, developers in terms of if they need to solve some technical issues, rather like more complex than just writing few lines of the code, which could do GitHub Copilot uh, or any Copilot. As we saw, there are multiple Copilots now, but more like taking some context, taking architecture of the program, trying to solve some defect or something. Yesterday I tried to do it with, not yesterday. Yesterday we installed Coursera AI and tried to connect it to DeepSync. We registered some account in DeepSync AI space, API space, and AI API space. And yeah, tried to execute it. Didn't execute nicely, and we reviewed other options as well. So we have another option except um, Cursor. We have GitHub Copilot, and we have AI Aider AI, which is open source GitHub project, which also requires some configuration and everything. Today, I tried GitHub Copilot. It has some mode like chat, and it has some. I don't remember exactly what is the mode name of that. So, so okay, the mode name, maybe what to do with myself. Mhm. Okay, it's said edit with Copilot. So it's in preview and it says start the editing session by the finish, defining set of files that you want it to work with, I'm sorry, the Copilot of the changes you want to make, etc., etc. So mm, it's internal feature which may be not publicly available to anyone with an um, GitHub Copilot, but I try to do that on some actual file, and I opened. We can try even here. Probably here it will work. Uh, why? Because so let's add files and we can select all the files which are it's not the file we want, not configurations, readme AI client, yes, okay. And now we can try to find related files. Okay, now it's fine. Requirements config. Fine, it's not. Config transferable main prompt processor utilities, city updater, run config in generic, yes. Ignore no, AI client, still yes, okay. And if you see, we already got 10 files, and if you try to add any new file, it will fail. So 10 files is fine, actually. 10 files should be fine. But the thing is that when I added 10 files from other larger projects and asked to fix some bug, providing full stack trace, and say just do it like to match code like other fixes, etc. It was some not implemented visitor to some yeah complex class, but there are a lot of implementation how that visitor could be implemented, and it's failed. I mean, it's implemented. Yeah, it will solve the issue, but like how it just said, okay, it's not implemented. Now we return some basic stuff like return empty string, not empty string, fix it. Return some IST construction. It's like executable code or like code in Python in IST form, but it's did it so simple, so unrealistically simple that it's completely not what I expected from it, and it's completely not the same thing that I can reach by gathering context in one large file of all my required files, sending it to O1 model. By the way, you see, I used O1 model, which is also included here, but so I try to use O1 here and the same O1, but in chat with me sending the content of all those files as in separate file, basically, and describing what I need to do exactly like here. It's do so much better, so much better. So I understand maybe for simple tasks it should do work well, but for slightly more complex tasks, okay, not slightly more complex tasks, it doesn't do well. So I'm still need to try to use work with Cursor, and yeah, and also I want to think about my other projects. Once I will, uh, yeah, find out what to use here. So we have that Cursor AI, uh, which we going to try because we already downloaded it, install it, and so on. And also I want to try that Aider, and basically it's a tool which do exactly similar things like what I'm thinking when I think about the tool like that. I'm build yeah, it's building some repository map, etc., etc. And hopefully it could help me with more files, but we need to look. The good thing about that either because it's completely free and open source, it's yeah, it's doing something like automatic git commit, which I'm not sure I want. Um, but yeah, it works with Python. Two of my project I work with is Python, so it's fine. And of course, let's see how it will help me with my larger code base. Mm, I'll work with it when I have slightly more time because as we saw, It requires multiple, maybe few hours to do all proper setup, test everything. Yesterday we tried really, really cool and really, yeah, um, oriented for that. But because we use the DeepSync.com, which is, breakthrough in AI models right now. But even today, I believe so, today, January, and it shows that it's in interesting. So it's 60 days ago, but yesterday there was also some major outage. They show it was happening only for 8 minutes. I'm not sure about 8 minutes because yesterday and today also it was, yeah, big outage and we couldn't use it at all. Web chat services, as you see, even today and yesterday, even today, it's partial outage for 14 hours, 4 minutes. Today I try to do some things like what I can use to um, copy a voice. It's yeah, question from my wife, so she's thinking to copy covers just to do some overview of some other here videos. So and I'm looking into some free Azure and open source, and not only open source, from DeepSeek and from ChatGPT. And ChatGPT, maybe it's because I haven't asked that thing with enable search, but it's showed me pretty old projects that time. Let's see, yeah, it show exactly similar projects like in labs. Of course, it's subscription based. Free trial is very small. Um, Play HT, it's something I see first time. And of course, Azure custom neutral voice, Azure personal voice, and open source and free tools, Koki, PTS, and Tortoise PTS. Both of them, of course, are free and open voice. And let's compare what is here. I believe it said real-time voice cloning is a project in GitHub. It said it's very cool. And I don't see the same response from ChatGPT. Yeah, I believe no similar response. Okay, but core ETTS, basically, I believe it's exist in both and open voice as well in both. So, but third voice is exist here, not here, and here it's every time voice cloning. Maybe it's the same. Yeah. So, of course, I'll look into that in more detail as part one of part maybe personal stuff, or let's see about the project when they last updated. So 8 months ago, maybe it's cool. 8 months ago, Lone Voice, and let's see some issues if they were responded recently, open 3 weeks ago, and it's I haven't found this issue. November, and let's see voice phone October. Please, I need to help on my setup. I think yeah, it's not good issue to verify how they replies, and I want to clone the voice policy view. Okay, so looks like it's pretty dead, yeah. And what about Coffee TTS? Maybe it's really cool. I don't know, but it's pretty dead. And it's looks like it has more life now. So it has a lot of more modern design here for features. Yeah, last checking into dev was about 1 month, 11 months ago. So pretty ago. Let's look on the issues. Nice that open issues are not so much. And it's opened yesterday, opened last week. And okay, just say it's feature request. Let's see on the back. reproduce, where, etc. And it's already some discussions going on. So from from discussion point of view, of course, I like more Coki AI, TTS. Why? Because it's much more alive, and when project is more alive, I believe it's more people are using it, and it's like nice year. What else we received Deep from DeepSync? I believe it would be Open Voice, zero for cross language cloning, Open Voice, and it's just 3 weeks ago, last month, GitHub trending repository of the day, introduction, pum. So it's probably quite nice. Issues, yeah, there are a lot of issues in different languages, and they opened and people provide some responses, so it's probably also worth trying. You see how I'm using, maybe it's the best product at all. I'm real-time voice cloning. I'm not saying it's not, but as you see, code was edited last time 8 months ago, most code written like 4 years ago. So, and most of the issues are without response, and they use some older style of, describing everything. But maybe it's cool. And those two are much more alike. So it's about open source, and for not open source, the question we received also is that same. It would be, yeah, another open source turquoise. Yes, let's see. The last one. And that is the last commit 2 months ago. Not bad. It has Hugging Face, which is also good. And using font installation method. Okay, they propose Conda. And about issues, let's see. Yeah, 5 days ago, we already have batch request. Let's see what is in advance from this model. Docker build file 2 weeks ago. Okay, so at least some traction, but not as much as of course it could be. So yeah, probably we need to continue the conversation with our ChatGPT and DeepSeek once become more healthy. To the nice thing, not nice thing, but the thing which going on with uh, DeepSeek, it shows that today it was some malicious attack on DeepSeek services, and they limit registrations, and existing users can log in, but new users couldn't plug in. It's similar to what's going on with Sora once they released. But here I believe a lot of parties are actually interested to put the service down because it creates so much traction in world economy and United States economy, and raise so many questions to all the AI companies, AI startups in United States which spend, I couldn't say millions, they spend billions, like recent Stargate project, 500 billions. And the question is, are they spending them the right way? Because the Chinese project, as you probably know, they said that they spent only $6 million for training their models, and they put them free. They become free, and with all the configurations, everything. So something um, OpenAI sell you on pretty high price, those things are completely free. And if you go, I don't know, to OpenAI platform and look on some pricing, and if you look for O1, for example, model, you see that O1 model costs For input token, about $15, and for output token, it costs $60. So let's say you want the same output as input, which is not possible, but let's imagine, oh, possible. So you will spend $75 for that. And if you go to the same DeepSeek, and you go to model and pricing, and you look at the reasoner model, it's very close to O1 model in multiple things. You see that 1 million tokens cost 14 cents and 1 million of output tokens. Mm, okay, let's let's do that. It's just not cash input, so we need to take not 14 but 55 cents because it cash means so let I'm sorry, sorry, I'm sorry. Yeah, it's not always cash means, but let's imagine worst scenario. So it would be 55 cents and 1 million output price. It would be 219, 219. And zeta 6, that the token count includes token from 30, which is, by the way, the same for O1 as well. So, and that is the price. That is the price. So you see, it's cost $3, less than $3. And here it costs, oh, I'm sorry, usage. Nice. Why it's not okay? It should log in me. Uh, and where is my pricing? And that is cost $75. 75. 3 and 75. You can easily see that it's 25 times less. 25 times less for model, which in many cases provides similar responses. So of course, it's create a huge um, hassle, let's say, and of course, it's yeah, it's why so many people now, you know, that industry loses so many, let's say, money, um, because they see that some Chinese company could do what they are doing on very high-end platform with very high-end chips and so on the latest GPUs. Chinese company with can do with much smaller computation needs on much cheaper GPUs and like older date GPUs and on fraction of price. Fraction, it's 25 times less. And the results would be very similar. You saw probably that graphs comparison in different rank and different tasks for those models. So it's not like I'm not talking from my experience. I'm just talking about what the well-known ways to compare the models are. But even from my experience, I believe that deep one seek what I can use for free here in the chat interface. Yeah, the chat interface. Yeah, here. It's very reliable and cool. And another cool thing that deep reasoning model can do search without any plugins, without anything. I mean, of course, in online mode, which surely not available for O1 unless you do some special tools, which again you couldn't. You need to be a developer to combine all of that. So yeah, I could understand that that hassle, of course. Uh, yeah, you see, I just want to show that yeah, DeepSeek can combine DeepSeek and search in one query. So like here. So it's what we saw, it's what we see, and I hope that it will bring the future of AI into a proper course. What I mean that the well-known method, because the Chinese company doesn't hide what they use, the strategy they use to educate their model. They even release some paper about their work. So it could be studied in United States and other world and used, of course, to create much cheaper model. If we already have nice models on higher price, we can create the similar models on lower price. And I hope it would be much more affordable for us, all the models, including United States models. Because DeepSeek, of course, I tried to work with it today, but because it creates so many, that vibe, there are multiple attacks on that model, on that sites, on that services, and it's lead to degradation of their service. Hopefully, they could solve it. I believe maybe even, Chinese government can help them with that. Hopefully. But of course, no one likes competitors, as we understand. So right now, it's not reliable at all. Even yesterday, you probably saw I did very simple query like, "Hi, how are you? What is the day today?" And it took more than 10 minutes to respond. Then it's time out and so on and so on. So of course, it's not production ready. But nice thing that it's free. And I'm thinking about one of my next project, just not only to download all those free models just to have it, just in case, I already started doing that, but also maybe create some application on the phone which I never done before, but I can use the DeepSeek or ChatGPT, whatever, to create some Android application which will run those models, because I saw multiple videos that people could execute some smaller version of that model on mobile phone, and it would be offline um, helper, offline DeepSeek, uh, let's say that offline DeepSeek on running on your phone, which you can use for asking multiple questions and tasks whenever you want, even without access to internet. Maybe we can add some capabilities like using phone available, like keyboard services to understand voice, so we can talk with that model. Maybe we can use some text to speech of that model as well. So it could respond us like ChatGPT, because it's, as we see, like right now, it's completely missing here. And it would be some small, nice project which will I use, and probably it would be a nice experience of building that and sharing with the audience as well, and probably sharing the link on Play Market so you can use it as well. So yeah, that's it about plans. I see that it's already 30 minutes on my clock. Let me see how long this stream. Stream is still about 27 minutes. So I'll go to my final final part of the stream, which of course today is super short. But just as always wish you to prioritize love and family relationship over maybe even professional growth, because you know you could be a genius in something. You can create very cool technology, very cool algorithm, which will be used to create a real artificial intelligence, not like that mimicking LLMs, and it could kill all the people, or you will do another thing like some rockets, uh, which will fly not only to Mars but to different solar system, and it will have some aliens, and they will come back and kill us. No one knows what we will do if we will be great, great, great people and develop anything unique and so on. But what we could miss that really lovely moments of life if we will miss our families, our loved ones. And believe me, from my experience, it's most important things for the human on the earth to live with his loved ones, to enjoy the life. And yeah, we shouldn't be in hurry in that particular case. We shouldn't be in hurry when we are with our loved ones, with our families. So yeah, I wish you to understand that, or at least have a wisdom to accept, maybe not to accept that, but have wisdom to accept something. Not that if you don't want to accept that, but at least have wisdom, have acceptance. You need it, especially if you will become a father or parent. And of course, yeah, better to spread love and some good values rather than, that aggression, even if you're very technical genius and so on and so on. So yeah, it's my usual wish for myself, for all of you, and see you tomorrow at hopefully at 12 hopefully at I'm sorry, 10 p.m. Pacific time. Maybe slightly later, I'll see. But tomorrow, hopefully, we can spend much more time investigating some of my things. And I'll tell you my thoughts about what's going on right now in work, in AI world, in developer world, and so on. Okay, leave me questions, your comments, and so on. Stream already going more than 30 minutes. So goodbye, guys. See you and have a great, great day.